This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We begin on this Sunday in a weather alert. We're now taking a live look outside. Fog and rain fill our weather skycam as storms move into the area. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush. It's a rainy night in the bi-state, and there seems to be some potential for stronger systems later. Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank is tracking it now, and so what are we in for?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been gloomy, and some of us have got rain, and some of us have had quite a bit of rain in some cases where you stayed dry here and there. We kind of had that pocket in the city, and now it's starting to fill in, and the rain is significant enough where we may see some localized flooding as well. That's probably, I think, going to be our biggest shift in focus. If you followed along with us 24 hours ago, we talked about the later that rain arrives, keeps our temps in the 70s, then the less likelihood we have for severe weather. That's still going to be a possibility in some of our southern counties, which we'll highlight here in a few minutes, but that's where we have a little bit of clearing. You'll notice that, and that's away from us. It's close to the Ozarks. This is an area we'll see fill in over the next couple of hours, and believe it or not, there's a tornado threat, but we have been cloudy and seeing rain off and on with some significantly heavy rainfall rates. Those areas in the red between 1.5 to 2 inch per hour rainfall rates. If you've driven through it, you understand what I mean. It's a significant torrential downpour. We'll see periods of that, and depending on how much of that goes over the same location throughout the coming hours, localized flooding not out of the question. 77, it's very humid outside. We have a light breeze. I don't think we'll change a lot this evening. Locally heavy rain. We'll talk about that potential for severe weather in a few locations and also what's in store for us as this rain finally moves out and the week starts ahead.
All right, Gary, we will see you a little bit later. The disaster in Hawaii is officially the deadliest wildfire in a century. The death toll now reaching at least 93 people on the island of Maui. Many fear the death toll will rise as they dig through the rubble. This weekend, the Hawaiian governor, along with FEMA and other federal officials, toured some of the devastation. The governor promising they will get through this as a community.
Please understand that we come at this like an ohana, because it's going to be, in the short term, heartbreaking. In the long term, people are going to need mental health care services. In the very long term, we'll rebuild together.
Still, questions around prevention and safety continue today. Many Maui residents say they didn't receive any official warnings before it was too late. State officials say none of Maui's 80 outdoor warning sirens were activated during the fires. If you are looking for ways to help support the victims of the wildfires, just text the word HELP to 314-425-5355. Another tragedy at Rockford Beach. Yesterday, a man drowned in Big River. Crews responded to the area around 3:30 yesterday for calls that a man went under and did not appear to resurface. After an hour-long search, crews found the body of the man who went under. Rockford Beach was closed for several weeks this summer due to safety concerns from overcrowding. It reopened just 3 weeks before this latest fatal drowning. The victim has not yet been identified, but Rockford Beach was back open today. Well, students across the area begin heading back to the classroom this week. And to help families get ready, one St. Louis County Council person is partnering with a nonprofit and law enforcement for a unique back-to-school event. 5 on Your Side was at this North County event today, and Travis Cummings joins us now after hearing the heart behind this community give back. Travis.
Mike, happy Sunday to you. You could see so many students' faces light up as they got the support they needed to have a successful start, and just a sense of joy and relief for parents. Take a look.
I just heard about it online. We registered online.
3 of Erica Smith's little ones are headed back to school this week, and groups in St. Louis County are setting them up for success.
It's amazing to me to see that they're doing something like this for the community.
Smith and hundreds of other families filed into the Wild Care Zoo on Larimore Road Sunday. County Councilwoman Shalonda Webb, the DeJuan Dillon Foundation, and the police department working together to cover all bases for back to school. These kids won't have to worry about backpacks or supplies. They're even getting free haircuts, something Smith spends $75 on per child usually.
That's not including the haircut. That's just to get their dreads retwisted. So, like, when you think about the amount of money, that's almost $300 per kid. And I'm not talking about a haircut. So it was like, why not come out here?
Beyond the pens and pencils, other important resources.
Tables for health care, tables for like transportation, help with transportation if you need to get back and forth to your appointments.
This is awesome. I mean, they have been working on this for months.
Cookie Mitchell gets to see the family's faces as they come through the door.
And these kids are really happy. I have kids coming, picking out whatever color book bag they want. They got food out here for them. I think that's beautiful.
Some kids, they don't have that support. It could be kids that's coming here by themselves that register online that don't have a mom or a dad to bring them here that needs this help.
It's one of many investments to ensure kids across our region have what they need to do well and excel.
It just makes me feel good to know that somebody actually cares.
The event lasted for at least 4 hours today. The goal was to service 700 students. Mike?
And Travis, a group of former inmates were also helping families get ready for school today. Bobby Bostic's nonprofit held a back-to-school giveaway in celebration in Bellefontaine Park. He says while the event was geared towards people with incarcerated family members, everybody was welcome. Bostic does these types of community engagement giveaways often. He says it's a passion project for him.
28 years ago, I was arrested for a crime against people who was giving charity. And I took so much from my community when I was selling drugs, doing negativity, and now I just want to give back to my community.
And this was the second year for this giveaway, but the first time Bostic was able to be part of it since he was released from prison in the fall of 2022. The 2024 Republican primary continues to ramp up in Iowa. This weekend, nearly every GOP candidate for president was at the Iowa State Fair, including former President Trump. The campaigning comes as legal troubles continue for the former president. He continues to deny any wrongdoing. His Republican rivals attempting to push past the controversy as they campaign and look to the first Republican debate. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now criticizing Trump for saying he might not participate.
Yeah, I think people should debate. I think that that's something that you owe it to the people to do.
I know the former president. I know everybody on that stage, and I'm looking forward to having a vigorous debate. We can talk about days in the past, but I'm going to focus my attention just as much on the future because I think there's a real divide in the Republican Party.
The Republican National Committee's first debate is scheduled for August 23rd. There was a local primary race that is gaining some attention from national GOP leadership. Representative Mike Bost has a challenger for the 12th Congressional District in Illinois. Former gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey is facing off against the incumbent congressman. A former Democratic Southern Illinois congressman and former gubernatorial candidate joined Five on Your Side on the most recent episode of On the Record with Mark Maxwell, and he shared his take on the candidates as the race heats up.
I haven't heard either one of them articulate why they're different than the other person. They both have the very same views, which are mostly Trumpian views. They can't define how they differ from each other.
While both Bost and Bailey are gaining attention in Southern Illinois, one person appears to be decided on that primary race. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will be in the Metro East endorsing Mike Bost at a fundraiser. You can catch Mark's full interview with former Congressman Pashard by texting the word RECORD to 314-425-5355. Full episodes of The Record are also always streaming on the 5+ app. Well, a local teenager is redefining compassion through innovation. Logan Murish is a ball player and a STEM scholar at Duchesne High School. One of his baseball teammates was born with a congenital hand disorder and was going through some struggles. So using a 3D printer, Logan built a prosthetic batting glove to help him get a better grip on the bat.
I think it was just I saw someone who just wasn't having a great experience, and I just wanted to see how I can make it better in the long run.
In our Making a Difference report, how he did it and how it's helping. A moment of kindness tonight at 10, right here on 5 on Your Side. A family reunion-style event celebrating community. Why an annual North County event is always held this weekend.